So, good morning everybody. So, where is the vertebral column located? Is it located ventrally or is it located dorsally? Dorsally. Can I say it is located mid dorsally? Yes. मतलब dorsally it is located बीचों बीच. That is why I say that the vertebral column is located in which region? Mid dorsal region. Okay. Now, then during childhood, your vertebral column consists of 33 individual bones called as vertebrae, out of which in the neck region there are 7. So they are called as the cervical vertebrae. 7. In the thoracic region, you know which is the thoracic region? Front of the chest is the thoracic region. The same part on the dorsal side will be the thoracic vertebrae. And this thoracic vertebrae are 12. Below that is called as the lumbar region, which will have 5. Sacral vertebrae are also 5, and the coccygeal vertebrae are 4. So during your young age you have 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral, and 4 coccygeal. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. But during adulthood, you have 26 bones, because the 5 sacral they fuse, and they form one sacrum, and the 4 coccygeal fuse to form one coccyx, which is commonly called as the tailbone. ये जो 5 sacral है, they will fuse and they will form one sacrum. 4 coccygeal will fuse and they will result in the formation of one coccyx. So in adulthood you have how many bones? 26. But during your childhood you have how many vertebrae? 33 vertebrae. You got to change everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Because 5 sacral fuse to form one sacral. 4 coccygeal fuse to form one coccyx. Shall we continue, kids? Yes or no? Okay. Now, yes sir. और नीचे जाइए. Go. I'll tell you where to stop. Pass this way. Now, one thing. All mammals have 7 cervical, except a few. So you'll tell me tomorrow who are these exceptions. Without searching Google, you're supposed to tell me, okay, who are the exceptions who are having 7 less or more than 7. Okay? Find out कर पाएंगे बिना गूगल के कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? हाँ? एनसीईआरटी में चलो ढूंढो एनसीईआरटी मिलता है क्या देखिए. ओके, तो टोटल जितने भी वर्टिब्रे हैं, the lumbar vertebrae are called typical vertebrae. So when we study a vertebra, which vertebra do we choose to study? Lumbar vertebra, because the lumbar vertebra is called as a typical vertebra. And I have told you the meaning of the word typical. Typical मतलब बाकी सारे वर्टिब्रे इसकी खूबियां दिखा देंगे along with little bit of modification. जैसे हम लोगों ने typical root, typical stem ये सब बातें की हैं. Okay. So similarly, which vertebra is called as the typical vertebra? Lumbar. Yes, the lumbar vertebra is called as a typical vertebra. Clear everybody? Now, see now. Do you see this part of the vertebra, guys?
Yes.
That is called as centrum or the body of the vertebra. So let's now call it as the body of the vertebra. Okay? And from the body, do you see there are two processes which are coming out?
Yes.
And do you see these two processes are fusing with each other?
Yes.
That is called as a neural arch. What do you call them?
Neural arch.
Neural arch. And from the neural arch, do you see a spinous process coming out?
Yes.
That is called the neural spine. What do you call it?
Neural spine.
Neural spine. Once again. This is called as the body of the vertebra. This part is the neural arch and this is the neural spine. So this remote over here is the body. Who is it?
Body.
And do you see this?
Yes.
This part is the neural arch. And do you see my fingers pointing out?
Yes.
That is the neural spine. Now look over here at me, everybody. So can I say I am facing you?
Yes.
So this is the ventral side,
Yes.
and we change the dorsal side. So the vertebra is like this. The body of the vertebra is present ventrally, and the neural spine and the neural arch is present dorsally. This is how it is. I hope you understood, everybody.
Yes.
But while drawing the diagram over there, I am showing it like this. What am I point?
Yes.
So now when the person is standing facing the curtain there, this is the body and this is the neural spine. Yes, Swan, come over here. Stand facing the camera. So this part of Swan that I am touching, I can feel some haddiya over there. Can you feel your own haddi?
Yes.
Feel. Can you feel your haddi? Feel your haddi? What is that? The neural spine. Feel your centrum. You can't. Don't try. समझा? तो ये जो यहाँ पे फील किया मैंने इसका स्वान वो क्या है? Spinous process है. So is that present dorsally or ventrally?
Dorsally.
And the body is present. So this is how it is. I hope all of you got it.
Yes.
Pakka. Okay. Now we can start the description when you have understood the positioning. Okay. Let's go ahead. So typical vertebra shows the presence of centrum, which is called as the body of the vertebra. It is present dorsally or ventrally? Ventrally. And it is flat on both the surfaces. It is flat on both the surfaces. Okay? Meaning, you seen a burger patty बच्चों या फिर a soap, it's flat on both the surfaces. But have you seen Dove soap Dove? Is it flat on both the surfaces? No. One side it is curved. But Lifebuoy, it is flat on both the surfaces. Is Dove flat on both the surfaces? No. So this is like your Dove or Lifebuoy?
Lifebuoy.
It is flat on both the surfaces. That is called amphiplatian condition. अब उसको amphiplatian condition. So what do you mean by amphiplatian? It is flat on
Both the sides.
both the sides. That is called amphiplatian. सारू छे समझे के बता रहा हूँ. Understood everybody? Okay. Shall I continue? number 2. Yes? Now, from the body of the vertebra arises two processes which are called as the pedicels. Now let's go.
Pedicels.
And the flat part is called as the lamina. The flat part is called as the
Lamina.
together it is called the neural arch. So I said that the second part is going to be what, Buchalo?
Neural arch.
A neural arch. So here, look, pay attention. Who is this? Who is this? Body. That is the center. Who is this?
Pedicels.
It is the pedicel of the neural arch. And look, these two processes are uniting. Are they uniting or not?
Yes.
And that is the flat part called lamina. Okay, let's go. Lamina. So the neural arch is made up of two parts. What are they? Pedicel and the lamina. Understood, everybody?
Yes.
It is made up of how many parts? Two parts. The pedicel and the lamina. Where the two processes meet. जहाँ पे ये दो प्रोसेस क्या हो रही है बच्चे लोग? ये एक पेडिसल है, लैमिना है. जहाँ पे वो लोग मीट कर रहे हैं, वहाँ से आप देखोगे comes out dorsally what process बच्चे लोग? Spinous process. It arises how? Dorsally, when the two processes of the lamina unite. What did everybody?
Yes.
So what is the whole thing called? Neural arch. And do you see the neural arch encloses a space
Yes.
like a lock?
Yes.
A lock. A lock has got a centrum and a neural arch, and beach mein there is a space which is called vertebral foramina. What do you call it?
Vertebral foramina.
Foramina means opening. So the neural arch shows the presence of a vertebral foramina for the passage of spinal cord. वहाँ से कौन पास होगा बच्चे लोग? Spinal cord. When many vertebral foramina get arranged one above and below the other, एक वर्टिब्रा है, उसका खुद का कैनाल, दूसरे का, तीसरे का, सबके वर्टिब्रल फोरामिना एक लाइन में अरेंज हो जाएंगे, तो एक कंटिन्यूअस कैनाल बनेगा, उसको बोलेंगे न्यूरल कैनाल. क्या उसको?
Neural canal.
You understood what is the neural canal?
Yes.
What is this opening called?
Vertebral.
So neural canal is the opening of one vertebrae or all the vertebrae together.
All vertebrae.
वाह, ये काम दिया होगा ठीक से नहीं कर पाते. देख. So each vertebra has a vertebral foramina, and many vertebrae together they form a neural canal. Should I write it or you remember? Write it. Many vertebral foramina come together and they form a neural canal. इसके थ्रू क्या पास होगा बच्चों लोग? Spinal cord. Any problem in your life? No problem. Let's बढ़े आगे. Sorja. Any problem in your life? Except marks. Where were we? Point number 5. Now, who is this neural arch? From the neural arch, do you see two processes coming out laterally?
Yes.
Do you see two processes coming out laterally?
Yes.
Or from the sides? These are called transverse processes. So how do the transverse processes arise? They arise laterally from the neural arch. Okay? They provide a surface area for attachment of your back muscles. आपके पीठ के muscles के लिए वो surface area देता है for attachment. I hope you got it, everyone. Yes or no? Further. Shall we continue? अब ध्यान दो, सोने का नहीं है. ये कौन है? ये कौन है? ये कौन है? ये कौन है? बहुत सारे वर्टिब्रा. Superiorly, ऊपर की तरफ. Do you see two processes coming up?
Yes.
These are called superior articulating facets. Come, let's go.
Superior articulating faces.
So look at vertebra number 1. This is a diagrammatic representation. Do you see the black ones I have drawn?
Yes.
These are the superior articulating faces. वैसे ही posterior नीचे की तरफ you will also have which articulating faces बच्चों? Inferior articulating faces. First remember the word. So we see the presence of what? Superior articulating facets and inferior articulating facets. So there is a pair of superior, pair of inferior articulating facets. Another word for that is superior zygapophysis and inferior zygapophysis. So यहाँ पर डायग्राम में कितना है? एक ही है भाई, वन पेयर है. वन पेयर ऑफ सुपीरियर. ये वाला डायग्राम में देखो, वन पेयर ऑफ सुपीरियर, वन पेयर ऑफ
inferior.
ये कौन है? सुपीरियर. ये कौन है? इंफीरियर. ये कौन है? सुपीरियर. ये कौन है?
Inferior.
Look at vertebrae number 2. Vertebrae number 2 and say, can I say the superior articulating facets of a vertebra articulate with the inferior articulating facets of the vertebra above it?
Yes.
And the inferior articulating faces of a vertebra articulate with the superior articulating faces of the vertebra below it. I hope you got my point.
Yes.
फिर से एक बार. The superior articulating faces of the vertebra articulate with the inferior articulating faces of the vertebra above it, and the inferior articulating faces of the vertebra articulate with the superior articulating faces of the vertebra below it. मतलब एक के inferior उसके नीचे वाले के superior के साथ, उसके superior ऊपर वाले के inferior के साथ. Yes or no?
Yes.
तो मेरे हाथ वर्टिब्रा है, ये कौन है? सुपीरियर. तू ले तेरा कैसे रखेगा? खड़ा तो रहे, कर आर्टिकुलेट. हाँ बराबर है. अब इसके साथ आर्टिकुलेट कर, नीचे वाले के साथ ऐसे. सो मेरा इंफीरियर सुहान का सुपीरियर, मेरा सुपीरियर सुहान का
Inferior.
एक दूसरे से क्या होता है? जॉइंट फॉर्म करते हैं, इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं आर्टिकुलेटिंग फेसेट. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? आर्टिकुलेटिंग फेसेट्स. आया समझ में? सबको समझ में आएगी? हाँ. Now, when all the vertebrae stack together, stacked मतलब one above the other, then between two vertebrae I see the presence of an opening. I see the presence of an
opening,
which is called intervertebral foramina. What do you call it?
intervertebral foramina,
Intervertebral foramina. मतलब foramina between two vertebrae. ठीक है? इसका सिग्निफिकेंस बताओ आप क्या है? देखो, ये कौन है? वर्टिब्रा. ये कौन है? दूसरा. और दोनों के बीच में ये एक कार्टिलेज है. It's a fibrous cartilage which is called intervertebral disc. It is a which cartilage बच्चों? It's a fibrous cartilage which is called as the intervertebral disc. Okay? Now इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं मराठी में गादी. मनकेतरी गादी. सुना है वर्ड गादी? गादी सरती ऐसा बोलते हैं. देखो नहीं सुना आप लोगों ने तो स्लिप डिस्क बोलते हैं, स्पॉन्डिलाइसिस बोलते हैं घर में. डॉक्टर लोग हैं सब. देखो ये देखो. और ये व्हाइट वाला दिखा सॉरी सर्कल, ये इंटरवर्टिब्रल फोरामिना. इमेजिनरी इंटरवर्टिब्रल फोरामिना. और ये आपका स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. और ये यहाँ से नर्व्स बाहर आती है, उसको बोलते हैं स्पाइनल नर्व्स. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? आपके हाथ पैर बॉडी ऑर्गन्स को सिग्नल्स कैरी करते हैं. What are those nerves called? Spinal nerves. So what will happen if this cartilage का size decreases? दोनों वर्टिब्रे मिलके ये स्पाइनल नर्व को क्या करेंगे? प्रेस करेंगे, चेपेंगे. तो जहां जहां ये स्पाइनल नर्व जाएगा आपको बहुत ही पेन होगा. उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं स्लिप्ड डिस्क. क्या कहते हैं उसको? स्लिप्ड डिस्क. तो समझा भी स्लिप्ड डिस्क में क्या होता है? या तो ये कार्टिलेज गम हो गई या तो यहाँ से सरक गई. तो दोनों वर्टिब्रे क्या करते हो चलो? प्रेस करते हैं. किसको प्रेस करते हैं? स्पाइनल नर्व को. जब स्पाइनल नर्व को प्रेस करेंगे तो पेन होगा और हम उसको क्या कहते हैं? स्लिप्ड डिस्क. क्या कहेंगे उसको? स्लिप्ड डिस्क. I hope you understood everyone. पक्का? सबको समझ में आ गई मेरी बात? So what is that pain called? Slip disc. Understood all of you? All the 8 points. Done. Centrum, neural arch, spinous process. Show with your hands, Bicho. Centrum. How did I show the centrum? You're making a roti, Sanjana. Sanjana, roti. You're making a roti like this, no? कौन सा सेंट्रम था? वो ऐसा सेंट्रम था जो ऐसे पकड़ा था मैंने. वेंट्रली ये था डॉर्सली. द पेडिसल एंड लैमिना टू फॉर्म अ न्यूरल आर्च. फिर आई स्पाइनस प्रोसेस. बीच में क्या था? वर्टिब्रल फोरामिना. साइड में ट्रांसवर्स रोड. सुपीरियर एंड इंफीरियर जाइगोपोफाइसिस. इजी है. हाँ निकलो फटाफट. कौन? So how many cervical vertebrae are there, kids? 7. Do all mammals have 7 cervical vertebrae? No. Except some. कल आप बताने वाले कौन वो some. Now, in the 7 cervical vertebrae, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th are exactly the same. So they are called as typical cervical. C3 to C6. 1, 2 and 7 are structurally different. Who are structurally different? 1, 2 and 7 are structurally different. So they are called as atypical. So who are the atypical ones? 1, 2 and 7. Okay. C1 is called atlas. C2 is called axis. And C3 is called vertebra. C7 is called vertebra prominence. Okay? Remember these things. C1 is called atlas. C2 is called axis. One thing that you'll note about C1 is it's like a ring with a very big vertebral foramen. इसका vertebral foramen बहुत बड़ा है as compared to the other vertebrae. The reason is the vertebral foramen is divided into two compartments, two halves. Okay? From one side passes spinal cord, and on the other side is attached a process of the second vertebra. Second vertebra gives out a process which fits into the first vertebra's vertebral foramen. That process is called odontoid process or the dens of the axis. Second vertebra is called axis. Okay? See this picture. My left hand, this finger, ring-like, is the first vertebra, that is atlas. The second one is the axis. But do you see it gives out a process which fits into the first one? And that process is called odontoid process. What do you call the process? Odontoid process or the dens. Odontoid process or the वो first में क्या होता है ऐसे fit होता है. To form a atlantoaxial joint. क्या बोलेगा? Atlantoaxial joint, which moves your head left and right. So that is why it is called as the no joint. What is called the joint?
No joint.
Understood the no joint? So the no joint is between the axis and the atlas. The axis shows the presence of a dens, also called as the odontoid process, which fits into the first vertebra. Okay? तो आपने वो तो सुना होगा ना हैंगमैन्स फ्रैक्चर कि जब फांसी देते हैं तो वो रोप और आपकी वजन की वजह से फर्स्ट वर्टिब्रा टूट जाता है, वो टेंस घुस जाता है मेडुला में एंड पर्सन डाइज. तो ये लोग जब बाइक चलाते हैं बिना हेलमेट के और गिर जाते हैं तो इट कैन break the dens and will enter into the medulla, causing immediate cardiac arrest. Okay? So the second vertebra has what would you look? A process which is called as the dens or the odontoid process. And the C1 and the C2 together form the atlantoaxial joint or the no joint. इसके पहले मैंने कौन सा joint बताया था एक बार आपको? Yes. That was between the occipital condyles and your. Shall we continue, Chilo?
Yes.
Yes, everybody? Okay. Chilo, see, there are many things about the thoracic vertebrae, but not much is mentioned to you guys. Rather than nothing at all. ये थोड़ा थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा ही बता रहा हूँ मैं. कहीं आगे रेफरेंस आएगा इसके लिए. ये दिख रहा है thoracic का सेंट्रम. इसके ऊपर देखो ये फेसेट्स है और ये तीन फेसेट्स है, देखा? ये आपके रिब्स के साथ आर्टिकुलेट करते हैं. किसके साथ? ये आपके रिब्स है ना. आपकी रिब पीछे की तरफ किससे आर्टिकुलेट करती है? thoracic के साथ. और आगे किसके साथ आर्टिकुलेट करती है? स्टर्नम के साथ. तो ये रिब्स के लिए होता है. हाँ, आगे चल के देखेंगे आप लोग. तो जरा thoracic केस देखते हैं. लीजिए पीछे लीजिए सर. और हाँ वेट. See. So this hole is the rib cage, also called as which cage, which you know? It is a thoracic cage. Made up of how many bones? 25 bones. Out of which you have one bone which is called as the sternum, and you have 24 ribs. But how many pairs of ribs are there, Micho? 12 pairs of ribs. Okay? So your rib cage is made up of total how many bones? 25. 8 sternum or 24 ribs. Al-Lakshman Sarvarna. Shall I continue? Okay. The sternum is the ventral bone, आगे की तरफ. उसको हम लोग ने बाहर निकाल के रखा है. And the sternum is commonly called as the breastbone. What is the other name of the sternum? Breastbone. And it is made up of 3 parts. The anteriormost, triangle-like, is called manubrium. The middle part is called body, and the posterior small part is called xiphoid process. Now let's go. So sternum got divided into how many parts, guys? 3 parts. What are 3 parts? Manubrium. Then there is body, and there is a xiphoid process. Okay? The manubrium has a notch. थोड़ा खड्डे जैसा. See, here you can feel everybody. Here, do you see it here? Yes. इसको बोलते हैं suprasternal notch. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Suprasternal notch. और साइड में नॉचेस होती है. इसको बोलते हैं clavicular notch. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? ये जो आपका बोन है, कॉलर बोन, वो यहाँ पे आर्टिकुलेट करता है. उसकी नॉचेस है. और साइड में जो नॉचेस है वो आपके रिब्स के लिए. किसके लिए? रिब्स के. समझा? सोमा मैडम नीचे दीजिए थोड़ा एक मिनट. और ये एक मिनट बहुत नहीं लगा. ये एक रिब है. रिब समझ में आता है? रिब इज योर पसली. अब बोलते हैं हड्डी पसली तोड़ दूंगा, तो ये हड्डी होती है और ये पसली होती है. So can I say your ribs is a straight bone? No, it's a curved bone. उसके भी पार्ट्स होते हैं, हेड, नेक, ट्यूबरकल, बॉडी. ठीक है? अब देखो ये हेड है और ये कौन है? ट्यूबरकल. इसके बाद देखो फेसेट्स है. और नीचे लो सुबह, और नीचे लो. बस. अब ये आपका थोरैक्सिक वर्टिब्रा है. कौन सा वर्टिब्रा है? थोरैक्सिक वर्टिब्रा. देखो हेड वाला पार्ट वो सेंट्रम वाला जो फेसेट था ना, उसके साथ आर्टिकुलेट कर रहा है. और ट्यूबरकल वाला किसके साथ कर रहा है? ट्रांसवर्स प्रोसेस. याद है थोरैक्सिक वर्टिब्रा में 2 दिखाया था मैंने फेसेट्स, और बोलता है ये रिब्स के साथ टच होते हैं. ये ऐसे टच होते हैं, फिर रिब आगे जाता है. ऐसे टच करके फिर रिब आगे की तरफ आता है. हाँ, एकदम पीछे ले लो वो वाला थोरैक्सिक वर्टिब्रा यहाँ पे. ऊपर और बस. ये थोरैक्सिक वर्टिब्रा है. ये इसका ऊपर का फेसेट है, और ये किसके लिए है? रिब्स के लिए. रिब्स के 2 पार्ट्स के लिए. अब नीचे ले लो फट करके उधर. हाँ, ये वाला ऐसा समझ में? ऐसा ठीक. टिक अप बस. down, yeah. The ribs are attached to your sternum through a cartilage called costal cartilage. याद है इसे क्या हुआ पार्ट है? Costal cartilage, hyaline cartilage. Oh, थोड़ा सा है. हाँ? You want some entertainment? So start moonwalking now. Who is this? Ribs are connected to the sternum with the help of what? Costal cartilages. First 7 pairs of ribs are attached to the sternum by their own costal cartilage. खुद के costal cartilage. But 8, 9, and 10 are attached to the costal cartilage of the 7th one. And 11th and 12th are not attached at all. So the ribs are classified as 3 types. True ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. True ribs are 1 to 7. 8, 9, 10 are false.
False.
11 and 12 are floating.
Floating.
Why are 8, 9, 10 false? क्योंकि वो 7th के cartilage के through attached है और 11th and 12th आगे sternum से attached नहीं है. Very small population of humans also has a 13th pair of rib, which is called gorilla rib. क्या होता है rib को? Gorilla rib. Okay, so did you understand this part?
Yes.
Okay, put it down. बंद करो उसको. और नीचे, और नीचे, और नीचे.